Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody.
Hey guys, back with another video, and today we are going to be talking to you about advice on
friends that aren't truly friends.
That like just flickered scarily. So yeah, friends that aren't really friends. Stuff like, say if you are getting into bother where your friends are leaving you out, what I'd normally do is I'd go and find other friends. Like, I have two groups of friends that I'm really good friends with. I have one group that are like the ones that I hang about with at break and stuff, and then both groups all come together at like lunchtime and stuff. What would you say?
I would probably, if it was really bad, I would express my feelings to my mum or that, or I would just go to my other group of friends.
Yeah.
'Cause I've got like you, like
two groups of friends. It's always good if you have two groups, so don't always get too close with one person, because if you fall out then you have no one else to go to, which
That's
is
true.
pretty bad. So yeah, another thing is, like, if you're being bullied or anything, if you're being bullied, either stay away from that person or tell it guidance, because we have guidance at school that helps you out and just stuff like that, really.
That's true. I would probably go to guidance, or if
Because
it's not that
guidance is
bad.
like a place for, like, you go to express your feelings to them.
If it's not that bad, like I've got this one friend called Amy, but I call her Amy. Like she would usually help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have certain friends that are like really nice to you and everything.
So I'm going to do a sad story, but I don't know if it's too sad or not. So I saw this on Facebook. It's about friends bullying someone, and it's gone too far, and it started to, what do you call it? Cutting yourself
Start self-harm
and
stuff to
commit
do with
suicide.
like self-harm. It's really sad, and like, I wouldn't say it was disturbing, but it's what happened. If you are being bullied or anything, don't put up with it. Don't go into self-harm or anything. Just like try and like come out of it and tell someone, because if you keep it all like bottled up, then it just starts. It'll all explode at one point, and it'll turn to depression, or some people hide it and it actually makes them happy, but they're not really happy. They're like depressed underneath.
Some
It's
people
very sad.
keep it as a secret, but that never goes well. That either leads to committing suicide.
Or like bottling it up and then like blowing up at 1 minute, and just everything happens in like a matter of like minutes or days.
If you start self-harming and it gets worse, then it will lead to suicide. Sometimes.
And even if you self-harm, that can leave you to so like really bad, like cuts along your arm and everything, which would be really bad. And you can probably tell when a person like self-harms, because they'll wear clothes that are like covering their arms. I don't, because, like, I'll show you, I can do that, but people that do, don't talk to them about it, because it'll make them more depressed or stuff. But like, if you know someone, like, you can kind of tell if someone does it, because they're more depressed than normal and stuff. It's quite, like, I know someone who does, and they're always wearing like long sleeved tops and stuff, and they're always covering up their arms. And that's kind of like, and when they're in like a sad mood, that's kind of when you know. So that is like one of the reasons how you know someone is either self-harmed or quite depressed. Those lights are annoying me. About like being bullied or being really upset. You can just be naturally quite...
Who you are.
Yeah, you could naturally be quite depressed, like just normally, without anything actually happening. And that's quite normal. Like, we both have quite a happy, big happy, jumpy type feeling, but you do get people that are like calmer and just like go through life just not really that talkative and stuff.
Parts when we're going to talk about, like, if your friends do something and it's embarrassing
and you really don't.
Yeah,
because at school we do dares where you do rock paper scissors and then you do dares. That's really fun, but if it's something that's like really bad, like going up to your crush and telling them that you fancy them and stuff like that, like, don't do it, because then it just hurts you as much as it would make that boy awkward around you and stuff like that. So like, if someone says something that you really do not want to do, just say no. I say no all the time to dares, because like, I'd say, oh, give me another one, because that one's too, can't do that one, and stuff like that.
So yeah, and like, take it like this. See if you're in a class or something and they tell you to say something silly, you'll get in a lot of bother.
As teachers as well as other people.
They'll say, So if your friends told you to jump off the Forth Road Bridge, would you do it?
See, that's, yeah.
That's a good one. And that's actually happened. Do you know there was a person who jumped off the Forth Road Bridge because of that?
That's really bad. Yeah, that was just a random fact from Alicia. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're just going to end the video here, because if we talk any more about depression and all that, it's going to make us depressed. But because we have quite happy and jumpy thoughts and stuff. So I hope this helps at least 1 or 2 people. That's all we really care about. If it helps people, we don't care if it gets views or subscribers or stuff like that. We'd rather care that it's like helping other people.
Goodbye.